Cooper's still stuck. Oof. Good morning, evening, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome today to another brand new season of GTSRL NGT. Metro Blitzman Tournament here. We're here at St. Croix, round B. We're just getting through the finals duck check here. As soon as the drivers have exited the track, qualifying will begin. It will last for about 15 minutes. After that time, qualifying will end. As such, they will then be on them to the grid, and then we'll have ourselves a nice little meaty race over here. Got a couple of new teams, a couple of old guys, a couple of new guys all coming together to race here at St. Croix. A couple of new teams have been fielded out for this season. So yep, qualifying will go ahead and get underway. Looks like Cooper will have to start from the back in the Toyota Supra. That, go ahead and take a look at qualifying. We got out first, so it was Tokyo. In the Ray Brig Mazda, looks like Ray Brig sponsoring the Team Mazda this season, with Tokyo returning his role as a Mazda driver in the red line. The Calsonic, the Calsonic Lexus up there with his teammate Slinger right behind him. So two of the AMS boys out here in tilt. Stinks running the Cadbury Advantage. What's going on? There we go. The Cadbury Advantage. We got DNA Prometheus out there in the Texaco Texaco Corvette. Holy moly! Oh, Carlin Corvette. Sorry, it's the wrong sponsor. Carlin is the main sponsor for that car. We got Pelletin getting out of the pits, and then Cooper as well hopping out. Hopefully Cooper's car. Oh, looks like he's spinning in the pits. Yeah, he's definitely stuck, or yeah, he's definitely stuck. Hades should be able to get out of the pits pretty easily, hopefully. Yeah, Cooper's stuck. Unfortunato. It's a long track. It's a pretty long track. These guys go ahead and finish up their out lap. Forward to Tokyo for a little bit. Should probably keep track of the standings myself. And here we go on the out lap there with Tokyo going down the main straight here. Pretty fast area, lots of opportunities for people to tuck into that drive still, get a lot of good air. Heavy braking opportunity into this right-hander here. Be careful, that track limits will be pretty deceiving. You don't want to touch that grass, that green tarmac area. You will be hit with a big penalty. Big sweeper up here as you approach the 200, 104, around the 150 between there. You want to brake in, get this left-hander. Deceiving corner because of the hill, and the camber can really throw off the balance of the car, so you want to make sure that you're keeping the car properly pegged. Make sure that you're not too heavy on the throttle as you begin this downhill section towards the bridge area. Very fast section. A little bit of a tap of the brake as you get the car rotated in, and then another dab of brakes to get the car rotated up into this other off-camber turn. Again, super deceiving. The rear car can get away from you as you go down the main bridge straight. It's a pretty long bridge. Again, another opportunity for people to get some pretty good overtaking done as you tuck into that little slipstream area behind the cars there on the bridge. Big braking here, left-hander. Watch the curves as you get on the entry. The grass can definitely slip you up as you work your way down towards the back section of this track. The B configuration is one of the smaller configurations of St. Croix, so a lot easier for people to get more laps in over time. So about 2 minutes or so a lap. The times these guys have been posting about 2:08. Long straight section over here. So you're working your way down the end of the straight over here into this fast section. You pretty much keep the car pegged all the way to the ground. You don't really need to worry about braking until you hit that hairpin section over here around the 100 to 150 board. Heavy braking, watch the entry on the hairpin. Don't want to touch the grass too much as you work your way all the way out. Swing all the way out to the other side of the track as you start to set yourself up for the next corner. A series of S's here. Hug the curbs as much as you can. Keep the throttle pegged to the ground. Make sure the car's balance are good. Again, an off-camber turn can really unsettle the car if you're not approaching it properly, but downforce should be able to help you as such. Swings all the way onto the outside of the track as you approach the final corner, hairpin, or final square corner. Again, watch the track limits here. It can be pretty deceiving. The grass can definitely throw you off. Barrels down the main straight, and we'll go ahead and take a look at what he did. A little bit off of the faster guy's pace. He logs in at 2:11 there, so good stuff there by Tokyo. Right there, teammate right behind him is IRS. See what he can put onto the board. A little bit heavy on those racing mediums. I don't know if he'll stick with that in qualifying, but we'll have to see. It's already about almost 5 minutes in qualifying as the first guys are coming around. IRS is taking the top of the board. Taking a little bit of red line right now. Took his out lap a little bit slower. He's sitting on the racing softs there, so he should be able to get a bit of a turn, a bit of a race, better race out. He gets a 2:08, that'll put him right at the top of the leaderboard. Taking a look at his teammate Slinger coming down the final sector here as he heavy brakes into this right-hander. Using all the track that he can. A little bit of understeer on the way into that corner, so he missed the apex, but pretty much able to hold it down. Goes up 2:08, so goes out perform his teammate. Taking a look at Prometheus here in the Mustang, 2:08 as well, sitting on the racing softs, so again he'll slot himself into the nice P3 position. Caliban Stormblaze on the racing softs as well, and the Cadbury Aston Martin Vantage, number 18, taking here on 2:11, so not quite the performance that we're expecting on those kind of tires. Stinks already barreling himself into the pitch. Should probably put a time up for it before doing so, because he got messed up somehow. Haiti is the other guy, the Caring Corvette team, barreling down on racing softs as well. See what he can put up. We're running on 16 times fuel wear. That's right, 16 times fuel wear. Or not tire wear, sorry about that. 16 times tire wear. So there will be some pit stops, multi-pit stop race here in this St. Croix. Sits up at a 2:0, what is that, a 2:09? So it's right there at the P2. Good stuff by him. Taking a look at, let's see, calendar race score at the time. Stinks has to do one, and then we got Cooper as well. Cooper finishing up his outlap. Try and figure out where this Super could potentially be put. In the Panasonic Supra. A little bit of lag because he like shuffles his way through it, so that's what I'm seeing on my screen. Seems okay. Just finishes up this flyer. Heavy braking into the final corner here. A little bit of a slide on the way in. Has to control the throttle on the way out. Doesn't want to push too much. Looks like he'll abandon the lap and head right into the pits. He was on deck for about a 2:0 something. Let's say a 2:08 or so. So, with that being said, let's take a look at the times. We got Slinger up there in P1, DNA Hades up there in P2, Redline up in P3, DNA Prometheus in P4, IRS in P5, Tokyo in P6, Kaladin in P7, Stinks in P8, and Cooper. Stinks and Cooper yet to set a time, so we'll have to see where those two guys will end up at the end of the race. Currently Slinger there on pole in the Calsonic Lexus. That Slinger dives into the pits. Swapping spot with a nice set of racing softs. I can see why people are pitting early, just to get that fuel load as low as possible. Because if you do a flyer lap with a heavy fuel load or so, then you know, you're stuck. Hades popping off to the beach a little bit. Car beached a little bit as well, but he'll get right back on track very quickly. Red line. It's on a full set. Just got out of the pits pretty quickly. He's able to start his next flyer. I think he'll have time to do about one good flying lap. 2 will be optimistic. Those tires will be pretty much shot by the time he finishes his out lap, or pretty much like shot after he finishes his flyer. When he hits his out, setting himself up for a final hot lap there. IRS in the same situation yourself. Still sitting at the racing mediums. Curious as to why he's qualifying with those tires. But people have their strats. Cooper here. See if Cooper's able to lay down a time here very soon. Cooper in the Panasonic Supra. We'll have to start from the back of unfortunately due to being stuck in the lobby. So hopefully you can put on a pretty good show for us, provided that his car is able to get off the line. Slows down a little bit to give himself a nice bit of a more free track as he starts this flyer here. Let's see what this man can do. IRS not too far behind him. Squirrely on the first entry in the corner, but that holds it down pretty well. We got a late joiner top half. Brakes hard. The first sector up to the hill. See where he's at. Ooh, he's got a purple. So the purple sector already. So now at least we'll have a pretty good idea of his pace overall. So we'll see if that can translate into actual race positions gained throughout today's race, provided the car again is able to get off the line. We'll see no more issues for the rest of the race. That Super's looking pretty kind of wild that the Super is back. Third sector. 5 sectors of this track. That's crazy. Yeah, there are 5 sectors. No purples yet. Should be in contention. The timing sheet. It's got 2 greens so far, so nothing too crazy. So we might have outdone his purple. So far, so good. It's pretty much in contention to fighting for the top spots here. Another purple. He's a second up on the fastest lap. So with that, where does he sit? Oh, pole position. There it is, dude. So if anything, we've learned that Cooper definitely has serious pace. So we'll be putting up a very exciting race here. He can find his way up through the back of the pack, up well into the midfield, and maybe even challenge for a podium here at the end of the race. But definitely shows that this Super here is something not to write off. It's definitely quick. He's up by a full second here on Slinger in that Calsonic Lexus. Make a move. He improves his time, but not enough to knock out the Coupe. There it is. Cooper will stay on P1 at the end of qualifying. Of course, after race control does issue their recommendations, we'll see what happens. Oh, there's the other Supers here. Famous top hat. So I think both Supers will be starting at the back of the pack unless I hear otherwise. I believe that is the deal. Take a look at the timings one more time. It's qualifying. About 2 minutes left in it. Got Cooper here sitting up in P1, Slinger in P2, DNA Prometheus in P3, Redline in P4, Hades up in P5, IRS in P6, Khaled in P7, Stinks P8, Top Hat gets 7 time, and then Tokyo, I believe, should be in the middle of the pack. I think so I'll have to record a sector here very soon so that this time gets recorded properly. I think we'll, but that's IRA, so it doesn't really matter too much. One minute left in quali, 1 minute left in qualifying. Got Cooper up there in the pits. Is he stuck? Hopefully not. might be stuck in the pits. Yellow on the field. Will Top might be able to score a time? I don't think so. I don't think Top will be able to put a time in by the time this qualification is over. Because it ends at 15 minutes on the nose. I don't think you'll be able to finish your lap. At least that's how the rules have been explained to me. So Top Hat probably will be starting at 10. At least he's getting good practice out with the car. We won't know its true pace, but hopefully we'll see something. He can score some points for the team. Alright, so with that, qualifying is over. Congrats to Cooper on that flyer of a lap, but I think it will be Prometheus that'll be sitting up in P1. So with that, I'm going to get my list. Actually, I have this. Times as well. So I can verify, everybody holds tight. Is everybody tight, everybody, as we get the order from race control. I didn't get all the times, but it should be 80s and 81. the pace car, last time we did this at St. Croix, that the pace car lap lasted forever. It was a very long lap. Yeah, it's 1 lap and then 13 laps out. So, taking a look here, we got Hades starting on the racing soft tire. That's a very aggressive strategy considering how much those tires will burn out. Got some people in a wheelie. Got Slinger in the racing mediums, looking to go for a little bit longer. DNA Prometheus on the racing soft as well in the other Texaco, or in the other Carlin Corvette. Racing Hards for Redline. So the Racing Hard's definitely gonna last a lot longer, but you're gonna be up like 1.6, 1 point. You're gonna lose some time on those on that lap. I want to say maybe like 1.5 to 2 seconds at max. IRS starting on the racing mediums. So we got Tokyo on the racing hards, Kaladin on the racing mediums, Stinks on the racing hards, Keeper on the racing mediums, and Top Hat on the racing mediums as well. So racing mediums, the front guys are sticking with the sauce just to start that off, but a lot of the other guys in the midfield are sticking with the racing mediums, hoping to last a little bit longer out there because these softs only last like two laps or so before you start getting into real trouble. On the 4th sector here, this heavy braking zone. My client's getting a little bit frazzle-razzle. Yeah. Down through the S's here. It's off-camber left-hander. So the way it's going to work is that the pace car will enter the pits, and as soon as your car has crossed the line, you're free to race. You don't want to jump the start here. So let's take a look. There they go, off he goes, off to the races. DNA Hades starting out with the early lead. Got a pretty decent start there on the beginning. Breaks hard to the first turn. Going behind the Slinger there. Let's sit out here. To Hades, to the two DNA guys. Oh, we got a little bit of an off there in the back. Who got punted? I don't know who got punted. It's probably decent as well. And I think Hades ran outside wide on the grass there. Throwing back down to P3 with Prometheus' teammate. Still standing pretty close to Slinger here, who's now in the P1 position as they enter into this faster section here of Sector 2. Up to the little area into the main straight bridge where you can get a bit of a draft on, but not enough to really make a move for it. As I say, Prometheus does look towards the outside. The Slinger definitely defending hard. And Prometheus just is enough to get the pass on him. Him sitting on those racing soft tires will give him a little bit more grip there to battle it out in the braking zone. Runs his way down. Getting some really clean exit here. He needs to put himself a lot of space, but he can't quite do so. Now we'll set up Slinger and Hades there for the draft. These two will battle out. Down the main straight, taking a look. Cooper all the way up to P4. What a run from him. Did not see how many people he opens up the left to go back to the police and take that out later. He is all the way up to P4. Top hat the red line. Drops down to P5. And Kaladin, a little bit banged up from the initial starting lap from Desing with Tokyo. He's now in a pretty good position there. Top hat finally through the piece there, getting past Tokyo in that delivery break Mazda. Working there for the rest of the field. These two guys definitely have the pace. We got IRS doing Tokyo. Around to the final sector. IRS there as well, and then Stinks not that far behind. Again, Prometheus and the Black 1. Carnage into lap 2. Tokyo lap 3. He's got about a full second lead up there on Slinger. So he's probably going forward with Hades a little bit. See if he can make those racing softs work to his advantage. Try and close that gap there on Slinger. most part, everybody seems to be holding position there. Only two changes in place. Yeah, great stuff by It's like Paladin, a bit of pressure there from IRS. We go on board with IRS. Looks like Paladin got a little bit squirrely on the exit there. Cooked a little bit of the grass, and that allows IRS to kind of just like tuck into that slipstream, maybe even go for it. He looks towards the inside there. Take a look here at this breaking point. Backs off of that inside attack. Decides to just follow him right into the racing line. Again, Kaladin onto the grass there. Has to be really careful with his entry. He can lose a lot of speed there, but it definitely has enough to shut the door on Iris for making a move on him. Iris going a little bit wide, missing the apex, allowing Kaladin to really get a nice good run off, but I think IRS also got a pretty good run. He's within slipstream range, and he'll be able to do just that. Take a look here on the back of the Top Hat making a move on Tokyo. Tokyo will get left in the dust. Top Hat gains position. He was in 7th, I guess, earlier before, and I guess he got mixed up in some trouble there, and now he's back up. Now he's back down to 8th. He did start in 10th, though, so that's up by 2 positions, which is really good. His teammate is doing a fantastic job. Where's his teammate at? There he is. Yeah, we're gonna climb there, chasing the top 4. They've definitely gotten away from each other. Really, just are running their own race right now. Alright, it's back in draft position here. Onto Kaladin. Probably one of the longer straights of the track, if not matching up for itself for the longest. Goes super wide on the outside, able to catch the curbs on the exit, so he's not able to lose too much speed there, but definitely lost a little bit due to going a little bit out of position there. Opens the door for Top Hat to probably look for some kind of entry. Takes the exit, takes the apex very aggressively. Really clean line, allows him to get right bumper to bumper there with IRS. He's going to look towards the inside there. They're basically side by side. Will he have the space to go for it? I think he does. He's going to throw his car right up in there, closing the gap, getting past IRS, and right now looking up on Kaladin. Kaladin having a pretty decent exit on the way out. Looks like Top Hat also getting a little bit squirrely on the way out. IRS definitely the loser in that 3-way battle there. And now he's got Kaladin in his sights. I think the Super definitely has a bit more straight line speed than the Aston Martin. Ooh, looks like Kaladin just goes super deep, misses the apex, inducing a lot of understeer, and that'll allow Top Hat to slide right up in there. Top Hat needs a pretty good entry here. He's got to watch out the cutback from Kaladin. It's not enough. They'll give him a little bit of a bump traffic. They start barreling this way down the main straight, so Kaladin safe for now, but how long? Again, that huge toe just working in Top Hat's favor. It's like a slap out here at the top. A little bit of a contact going on here to the top, guys, as Prometheus is definitely getting away from the rest of this pack. Hayes and Slinger over here battling it out. They swap positions a couple times. Approaching the 4th lap of this race, we're going to be looking towards some pit stops here very soon. I think a couple of these guys are going to run the ringer out and make sure they can go all the way to the end. He's looking towards the inside line, looking for something. Goes super deep on the inside. He's right in there. They're going 2 by 2. Looks like Slinger will get the better run on the way out and will hold the position. It's an even corner. You can take a pretty interesting line through there and still maintain on top. Again, a little bit 2 by 2 action there as they enter up to the end of the first sector. With Slinger staying still on top. Taking their downhill descent. 3 VS's, the bill adjusts towards bridge. Cooper doing just a bang-up job catching these guys up very slowly. You should be able to catch these guys by the end of the race, especially when you account pit stop strategy to make it for some time. We'll have to see. Hades again looked toward the inside, couldn't see anything, backed off again. but I think that left Slinger a little bit frazzled as Hades will neatly take that position away from him. Set himself up for a long straight run. 5 tenths up. Yeah, looks like he threw himself in there. Race control comes down with a warning call. But it's close. Slinger now in like double contention here. He's still close to Hades, but Cooper not that far off. Cooper gonna get the podium today. Just has to get past these two guys, and he's right there on the slot. Let's be going forward with the Cooper. See these two battle it out. Bit of a weird entry there from Hades, kind of shutting the door there on Cooper's attack. He really had the pace to go through that corner at pretty much at max speed. And now it's starting him off as he gets a little bit unsurly on the way out. There's a lot of position and time there. Has to set himself back up for a better run. And so we have the DNA boys pitting. And now Slinger and Cooper to see what they can do. So both the DNA guys are into the pits for a new setup. Let's see where these guys head up. A couple other people into the pits as well. Get some refueling going on. Tire changes. I think that's Top Hat into the pits as well. Okay, Stinks coming in as well. Stay on board outside on track. These guys. Cooper just does a phenomenal job. He's doing a phenomenal job today. But all this battling, I wonder what's it going to mean when the DNA guys come out for the pits. Where will they slot in? Slinger with a very aggressive in, blocks off Cooper. It's a pretty good run. You're not getting up though. He's super close to him. Yep, they stay right on top of each other. Back Cooper will get a nice toe into the 4th sector. I already started to see the fruits of that a little bit. As he works his way towards the inside, gets there past very nice Cooper. Slinger not giving up though. Super low on tires, and that fuel is also screwing for some help as well. Again, not sure how long these guys are supposed to be pits, but the competition's not that far off from the rest of these guys. Especially the DNA team. Did Redline pit? Redline did not pit. I think Redline will also follow suit and pit, so he'll be thrown back into probably like P4 or P5. Yeah, both Slinger and Cooper into the pits. Let's go on board with. Ooh, Redline stays out. Cal also should be going to the pits. We'll go on board with the DNA here. See where he slides out in comparison to Slinger and Cooper. Hades, I think I still got stuck in some traffic. So Hades stays out in front. Good run by Hades. Tokyo is in a pretty interesting situation right now. He's on racing cards, but still some fuel to go. Play that long pong game. We got DNA here. Up by the Mazda. Needs to find some way around sooner or later. Top that not that far off. Rest of the rubber. Yeah, Slinger. Yeah, Slinger and Cooper, P7, P6. A couple more guys may have to stick with this for the lane settles down a little bit more, but now this is what it looks like. We're about halfway through this race, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long, long track. We're just getting started here with the action. The guys haven't hit it. Red line still has to hit. Prometheus should be the consider after red line takes me back. Takes his self to the pit lane. Look at the front here. I think Prometheus is catching the red line. So it's not even going to matter very soon. Prometheus should know that he doesn't have to explicitly race Redline. Redline can do something to back him up a little bit, defend a little bit to get help his teammate out. You know, his teammate's like a good miles away. I believe Redline will be forced into the pit lane very soon here. Never mind, Redline stays out one more time. He's got left field for one more lap. So he's got to make it last. But Prometheus will go ahead and take that P1 very easily. You're going to go into the pits. I think he'll stay out as well. Just stay out this lap and then the next one. You'll see that Mazda will show us true colors. Sucking to the competition. Major changes in position. On board here, Slinger versus Tokyo. Let's see, take a look at Slinger real quick. Slinger had a better pressure setup. Should be able to claim the spot on Tokyo pretty easily as they go down the bridge. Slide himself back onto the racing line. Easy. Take a look at the rest of these guys. A little bit farther off than I'd like them to be. Top hat, Cooper. It's like Cooper went with the Racing Hearts. So maybe a gamble to go all the way on these laps. Let's see. IRS, a bit farther back. Kaladin. 6 as well. I think most of these guys have setups to go till the end, but I could see one more stop being necessary. Red line into the pits. Ran the car all the way home. Now we got an AMS point back in the top 3. We got Slinger there. The Top Hat and Cooper, not that far off. So take a look at Slinger there. We got Top Hat. There they are. So Slinger, 3.5 seconds up on Top Hat. So it'll be a tough battle for those two guys. Those two guys will have to work together in order to close the gap on Slinger. Slinger's so far away. This kind of reminds me of the two Red Bulls fighting each other back in the 2018 season. Who was that? Cooper. I think he got a little bit squirrely on the exit there. Watch your back end there, buddy. So we lose a ton of time off the Top Hat. We'll scamper away the nice 2.5 second lead. Getting a little bit frazzled on that entry there. To buckle down and regain his composure. What a good show for us. I pretty much want to say like the field is pretty much evened out, spread out at this point. Not gonna see too many more battles shaping up here. I think people will be pretty okay. Stinger is like 2.6 seconds up. Hades, so it's not even a contest at this point, considering the fact that Hades' pace has been amazing all day. IRS swapped to the racing sauce, so I wonder what that would do for his strategy. He's able to make up some time, but we'll see. Seems to be working. Prometheus for the final pit stop of the night. As well as Hades, as well as Slinger. So now it's down to Top Hat, who goes in as well, out of fuel. Cooper swaps to the racing soft, I believe. IRS stays out. Let's see where he will, see where the rest of these guys will slot out as. So Prometheus, Kelly's going best right there behind him. IRS will have to pit soon, eventually. Breaking down to the end of the first sector here. Again, great control. No worries. Seems to be relaxed. Well, it's Kaladin. Kaladin has not entered the pits. So now he's being taken up by Slinger here. Probably went to the pits at the end of this race. Yeah, you know Slinger's definitely faster. Gives him the inside very much, so Slinger will take that and take his position 3 right back. On deck for P2 finish, it seems like, with Slinger. It's in case he gets too much time getting out of the pits. Now put him under threat from Cooper. So looks like things did shake up here as we wind down into the final laps of this race, about 4 to go. IRS and Kaladin pit, Prometheus, Slinger, Hades, with Cooper very close there, possibly going for a P3. It's getting tight. Look on the onboard. He's right there, side by side. Goes around the outside, able to get the pass done. Very nice. He's stuck there right now with Kaladin. He's in a bit of a worse setup there. Works his way around the outside there. Very clean pass. Very not so clean, but it was a pretty good pass. Looks like Hades will follow suit right behind him. He's not giving up too much. Alright, so the pits. Kaladin should also head to the pits, I believe, as well. Yep, they do. Yep, now the tables have turned with 3 laps left to go. Hades sitting there up into P4. P4 for those 2 guys. The battle for third here is going to get very interesting. Will Cooper be able to escape away and you know, keep this position here and possibly even gain one, or will Hades come back for more? Onto the bridge. Tight. Skin the racetrack for any more battles going on. It stinks here on the exit. Sets him up for the final race there. Kaladin, full setup. He's good to go. IRS as well, full setup. Make it all the way to the end of the race pretty fine. Tokyo, not that far off from Top Hat. See what he can do here. So here's the middle of the third part of this track. Some time there on the entry. So we get a pretty good run here down the hill. Get us a nice clean great exit. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. It does. Definitely does get the exit that he needs, but not the gap that he deserves. More powerful to escape away. Both on racing medium, Cooper definitely with a better tire there. break again. The grid is pretty much settled. Prometheus is on his way for about a P1 position. We got Slinger there, sitting pretty comfortably in P2, and then Cooper there in P3. Sense for Hades, just sitting in the top 3 spots for a long time. I guess he just got lost there. Losing on some positions in the tail end of the race. Lap 12 and 14 here. Here in the midfield lineup, take a look. And we got Top Hat. He's chasing down, I think it's Redline. So looks for some kind. He gets a really good exit on the way onto bridge. Closing up that gap amazingly well onto Redline. Start that draft down to the main area. I don't think they'll have enough to go for the big diving bomb. Maybe. Lines up for the side by side. Looks for the breaking point. Ooh, just barely gets it done. Looks like Redline was kind of forced off to the back a little bit. Just couldn't cover off that line properly, and got a little Top Hat to squeeze right through. It's a little bit messed up there on the exit. Had to downshift a couple times when you hit the brakes, and that allows Top Hat to just scamper away. Job's done. Space up here in front of the pack. Cooper finally closing the gap on Slinger. Just working that car. Got to lap 13 here. GTSRL Nitroglycerin Tournament, Season 5, Round 1 here at St. Croix. Super B, 2 laps left to go. Going forward, he's about 3/10 up. Oh, looks like Cooper, or Slinger here, hit the grass a little bit, allowing Cooper to kind of scamper up. He's looking. Not able to get quite the pass that he needs, as Slinger defends very well. Look over here as well. A little bit of a duel there going on with the Mazdas, not too much. But yeah, Cooper again putting all the pressure on Slinger signaling. Looks like he hit the button a little bit, but looks like Slinger will go ahead. Take that position pretty easily. I guess it must have been a challenge there, a bit of a bump that caused Cooper to just get out of slack, allowing Slinger to just tell him, hey, take the position back. It's yours. I'll take it back from you this next lap. That it's settled. Cooper up into P2. So from P9 into P2. Congratulations, Cooper. What a run. On track to become the driver of the day. We have somebody stop. Oh, there's a lap. See if Slinger here can work some magic there. The tires are pretty sharp for Slinger, so it'll be really tough for him to string together a lap enough to hold off. He's been sitting at P4 all this time, biding his time, working his way up. Top Hat to P5, again, great race for him. Headline, got IRS, Tokyo as well, and Kaladin stinks there on the back. Go on here on board on the final lap. Prometheus pretty much had a flawless race all day. Cooper had a brilliant charge from back of the pack, back row, all the way up into P2 here. First R shot for Cooper, so it'll be tough to see him get all the way home, but the same can be said for his opponent, Slinger. Just been pushing that car to the limit. He's in a much better position as more consistent grip, with that medium's doing enough to mitigate all that tire wear. Top Hat, another great charge from the back of the pack here to P5. Rid of some places here at the beginning of the race, and he just locked himself up a pretty good position. Got a red line. super low on fuel. Will he make it all the way home? That is like the big question here. So hopefully he can make it all the way back. Have to do a little bit of fuel saving or whatever. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. IRS as well, pretty good spot. Running pretty much like in near the end of the pack or so, but he's stayed out of trouble. Got Tokyo as well. Paladin. Stinks. You guys are the Aston Martin racing team here. It's been around in GTSRL for a while. Bit of a trouble here. Looks like I called it. Yep, Redline has run out of fuel. So he will finish in P9, it seems, as he trundles around at 50 miles an hour to the rest of the race. Will Stinks catch up? The question of the day. Go on here aboard with Prometheus here. Has basically been perfect all day. Congratulations to Prometheus on that solid P1 victory. Cooper, what a run from this guy. All the way into P2 from the back of the pack. Had trouble with latency and other kind of things. Able to start the race properly and get it done. Slinger, congratulations. That's 3 different teams finishing in 1, 2, and 3, so that's going to make stuff very interesting for the team championship. DNA Hades here in P4, so the Corvette team here in pretty good positions points-wise. Top Hat as well, P5, so that puts the Toyota team as well. Pretty good points contention. We got IRS finishing up in P6. We got Tokyo there in P7. So Team Monsters filing in as expected. We got Calvin coming in there in P8. Crosses the line there. We go on board here with Stinks here. As he makes a brilliant charge here towards Redline. That Stinks gains a position. Redlining with the unfortunate fuel mistake. Finish at the back of the pack. Go ahead and watch Stinks bring it all the way home. Go Stinks finishing in P9 today. Good red line here off our RFC. He's on the main straight. And there we go. So congratulations to Prometheus. Let's go ahead and view those race results real quick. So there you go. Congratulations to DMA Prometheus. Cooper finishing up in P2. Congratulations to him. And then Slinger in the Lexus there as well. Congratulations to him too. So that's set. Thank you everybody for watching today. We'll see you next week for round 2. Have a good one.